Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining me for Culture Saturday. This is the day I like to choose to talk about cultural issues that are impacting us, but that we're not talking about. And in particular, this one, dementia, the subject, is very important in the Black community because we are getting the disease at double what other people are getting it. And by the age, and this is so sad, by 65, 12% of us have it. By 70, according to the Alzheimer's Association, 23% of us have it. So it's a subject we need to be talking about. We see Bruce Willis' family came out and said he had dementia. And then after that, Michael Irvin also shared a little bit about his personal story about the dementia that his family was going through. So because it's affecting a lot of Black families, we need to talk about it. I'm getting my statistics from the Alzheimer's Association, and I think it's important we understand what it is, how it happens, and how we can help prevent it if we can, and if someone in our family has it, what kind of help is available to us. So dementia isn't just one disease or for just old people. It's caused by the disease that damages brain cells, and it leads to loss of memory, reasoning, and even communication. So some of the symptoms that you will see in a person who has developed dementia would be memory loss that affects daily life, difficulty planning or solving problems, trouble with talking, getting lost and confused in places, and a change in mood. And the most common cause is Alzheimer's disease. But there are other causes like vascular dementia, that's linked to the poor blood flow, that's not really getting to the brain, Lewy body dementia, and frontal temporal dementia. And so there's different types of dementia, different ways that the blood that's getting to your brain, the vessels there are getting restricted and the blood is not getting there fully. And when you see what causes some of this, we will really take our health much more seriously. So what are the risk factors of developing dementia? One is age. So most people after 65 begin to develop, or in the Black community, or at least according to their statistics, 12% of us develop this after 65. Now, what causes some of this? High blood pressure and diabetes. You all, let me tell you something. If you're pre-diabetic, if you have, pre-high blood pressure, y'all, going into these diseases further steps us closer to dementia because it restricts the blood vessels, which leads to your brain. And that is what high blood pressure and diabetes does. So if you can at all change your diet, even a little bit, get more active, lower the stress level in your life, it will make a significant difference. Smoking also causes these things, high blood pressure and diabetes. It makes it worse because it further narrows the blood vessels. So y'all, these are the things that are killing us within the Black community around health. Now, heart disease, genetic factors, and chronic stress, those are also reasons, in late diagnosis because we often ignore. We call people, oh, they just off, or that girl don't never remember anything. And we look at these things and say, oh, these are not problems. But if they smoking every day, getting fired up, blooding up every day, drinking every day, stress every day, eating bad, not moving, these things can lead to later on that person having dementia. So we have to be honest in our own community about what's attacking our health and how to deal with it. Black Americans are twice as likely as white Americans to develop Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Nearly 1 in 3 Black adults over 85 will experience some form of dementia. So if you have 3 people in your family, every that fourth one is going to have dementia. So that means it's prevalent in our Black communities, all because of these genetic heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, stress, smoking. Y'all, we have to take care of ourselves. Now, Black patients are often diagnosed 2 to 3 years later. And that's because the symptoms have already advanced to a level that families begin to get concerned. So it's very important that we understand that these things um, are happening within the Black community, that we raise our awareness about what we know about this stuff and talk to our families about it. And it doesn't just happen to everyday people. Clarence Avant, he was a really famous behind the scenes guy, and he built the careers of like Bill Withers, Quincy Jones, Whitney Houston. He had dementia. And his family loved on him, and they never brought it out in the public. It was public news, but they didn't put him on, display or anything. But they loved him and took care of him very well. Now, the opposite of that was B. Smith's story when she got dementia. Click down below to see her story. But did you know even Sugar Ray Robinson, the famous boxer, even had dementia? And I would say some of these boxers walking around here with dementia right today because of CTE, just like Sugar Ray Robinson had, because of the repeated blows to their head. So, what are some things that you can look for and some of the symptoms that they have? They don't remember things. You may see mood swings from crying to to emotional anger and outbursts. Maybe granny not mean, maybe she has dementia. And so these are the things we have to look for in our relatives if we see them. So forgetting names, you all, places where you lay your keys, you have to see the doctor early. They will create a care plan for your loved one. You have to control the risk factors like the blood pressure, like the eating of the diabetes. You have to exercise. And all of this can protect your brain health. Read and let that stress go. Stop smoking if you can. Now, understanding the decline. Dementia is a journey, so it doesn't happen overnight. At first, the early stages, according to the Alzheimer's Association, is that people forget words or they lose items. In the middle stages, they begin to get confused and it begins to deepen and they start requiring help for everyday things. Their surroundings are dirty. They can never get anything organized. Their mind is not clear. And in the late stages, the full-time care is going to be needed for that person. Now, what can you do? There are places that you can get help. I've left those places down below. But like, again, the place I've been talking about, the Alzheimer's Association, 1-800-272-3900, alzheimers.gov, U.S. Against Alzheimer's, African American Networks Against Alzheimer's. There's faith-based caregivers and local health departments. You all don't overlook this. You deserve to make sure that your family is doing well. So I thank you all for joining me for today. Y'all go out to blackdoctor.com to learn more and just pay close attention to your family. Make sure you all have wills and plans and things in place for the next stage of life. So I thank you all. I hope that you all enjoyed today's Cultural Day, our episode, just talking about what's affecting Black communities. Now, if you want to continue to learn history, click down below. I have some great videos for you to continue to learn. And on Friday, we had episode 3 of Hunter's Point. So definitely click down below and check that out. It was a great episode. I want to thank you all for your support. And I'll see you on another great episode of Royal Black and Elite.